Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will show you how I painted this fun floral pattern using glazes of watercolors and layers of masking fluid. So let's get started. I started by drawing my pattern on Arch's cold press paper using my sketchbook as inspiration. I will have a list of all the supplies I used in the video description. So I start by just drawing some illustrative style peonies, then I add the sunflowers, and then I just fill in the blossoms and foliage in between and around the larger elements. I find starting with the larger pieces helps me make a more balanced composition. Once I have my pattern the way I want it, I start using my masking pen around the peonies and some of the little leaves. This will preserve the white of the paper and in the end will be the most prominent outlines. Now it's time for the watercolor. Once the masking has completely dried, I wet the paper with water using my oval brush. I am now painting with bright opera rose into the wet paper, covering it in a light layer. While it's still wet, I use some alizarin crimson to fill in the peonies. I let the crimson bleed outside the petals and blend into the opera. Then I use some lemon yellow to paint the sunflowers. The paper is still nice and wet, and the yellow blends out into the opera as well. Now I'm mixing up some green using that lemon yellow and some Antwerp blue and adding that into the leaves around the peonies. As the peonies started to dry, I decided to glaze a layer of opera pink to intensify and brighten the petals since they were starting to fade a bit. Now that the paper has completely dried, it's time for the next round of masking fluid. This time I'm using drawing gum with an old paintbrush instead of the masking pen as it seems to be a little faster. I'm painting over the other blossoms and leaves that I drew earlier. This time the pink layer will be protected against the subsequent glazes of watercolor. So after letting that masking dry, I wet the background again, and this time I'm painting around the larger flowers, and I add more opera pink, Antwerp blue, and a purpley mix of the two of those all around the background. And you can see here I just filled it in with the pink, blue, and purpley mix. I decided to make the sunflowers more orange, so I mixed some alizarin with lemon yellow and did a light glaze over them. I also glazed more lemon yellow over the peony leaves to brighten them a little bit. Now I left this to dry completely, and then it's time to carefully remove all the masking fluid. At this point you can see a subtle difference between the pure white and the first layer of opera pink. Once it's all removed, I can decide where I want to add more color and what I want to leave alone, and this is the final result. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to see more tips and techniques videos like this one. You can also click on one of these videos to learn more about watercolor painting. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!